I enjoy going fishing. The cycling ceases to become fun if you've got to win. If you've got to win, then you don't sleep at night.
You always knew you were in a race if Alf was riding?
Whatever he took up in terms of any sport, once he'd mastered the skills, the basic skills, he would win at anything.
There's Alf in a fur coat, like way before rock stars, I think, well, maybe the same time. 69, he'd got it down to the floor, big jag, sitting in the back, earring, comes out with a bike like a guided missile.
I've got a great admiration for him, and he carried on racing for a long, long time. I don't know, broke loads of records and was national champion many, many times. So, as they say in France, chapeau is Alf.
But I'm not sure, but I think he's the only one who's won as many championships as he has.
And he's been a bit of a thorn in the side, sometimes authority, but this is what makes Alf. This is Alf.
He was a rebel, a mutineer in the quiet waters of time trialling. He was a chancer, an egoist and a showman. He was a man with a chip on his shoulder, a man with something very personal to prove. He was a man who needed to excel. He was an awkward bastard. He was a genius. This was Alf Engers. It's a fine spring morning on the A31 road near Bentley on the Surrey-Hampshire border. Cyclists are warming up, preparing for a 25-mile time trial, a traditional English form of bike racing which has flourished for more than 100 years. Unlike the familiar and glamorous Tour de France type of race, here each of the riders will ride alone, setting off at 1-minute intervals, and the rider who covers the course in the fastest time will be the winner. Over the years, Britain has produced many fine time trial champions who have set fantastic records at distances from 25 miles up to 500 miles. Of all these riders, none was more brilliant or more controversial than Alf Engers, known for many years simply as the King.
So how did it go for you then?
All right, I think I've done a PB.
Oh, what was that then?
I think an 8:20.
Oh, good.
I'm really pleased, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Thank
Especially
you.
a day like today.
Absolutely, yeah, but there's a lot of air around now, so it's good. Thank you. My partner. Where I'm going? My partner!
Alf Engers. I'm not sure how much his name means to riders nowadays coming into the sport, but there was a time when he was a kind of legend in the quiet waters of time trialling for quite a few years, for 2 or 3 decades actually. And I think to understand why this was so, you have to look at Alf not just as a rider, because he was a great rider, everybody knows that, but there have been many other great riders. You have to look at him not just as a rider, but as a man and as a personality. And I think you also have to look at the nature of time trialling, the culture of time trialling in those years, in the 50s and the 60s and 70s, and see how Alf the man related to or conflicted with that culture.